Hi, everyone, and welcome to I Love Snow, Real Talk, your daily Olympic debrief. And I am your host, Annika Malacinski. For me, this is going to be a really, really special episode because someone very, very close to me competed in his first ever Olympics. So, uh, if you've guessed it by this picture, it is my brother Nicholas Malacinski who just finished his first Nordic Combined team sprint today. Um, so Nicholas, aka Nicky Poo Poo, how was today? Give us kind of like the rundown. The weather was absolutely insane for ski
Mhm.
jumping and cross country skiing. So, yeah, let us. What did you think? How did it go for you?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's been a quite memorable games as far as the first day and today goes. It was quite tough conditions, but, as hard as it is, I think it's important to remember it's the same for everybody and everyone struggles in different types of conditions, but they were definitely hard for me, I can say that. Skiing in deep slush on day 1, is not really my forte, and then today, skiing in powder, also isn't my forte, but it was an amazing community, or environment out there. I was really happy with, it was like a cool energy out there with the snow falling and having such a big crowd out there. The jumping side of things, that's also quite,
It
difficult,
was
uh,
insane.
and with, little, funny fact, I guess, is with the snowblowers who are, clearing out the in-run, they didn't move out of the way in time while a jumper was going, so my teammate Ben got hit in the shoulder while he was coming down at, um, 95 Ks an hour, by a snowblower, and still managed to have a decent jump and still managed to then have a good, race into 7th.
Yeah, so obviously I wasn't able to come down to watch you guys, but like watching it on the TV was so crazy because when Ben went, like we were sitting at a cafe and like all of a sudden this guy just doesn't move his snowblower. So he just like hits on full and me and Daniela were like shocked that that is like still happening at the Olympics. Like you would think
Mhm.
that they have like some extra training that that's not going to happen. But, actually, I'm curious because the first day that you competed was crazy warm slush, like, it looked insane, and then today also, like, I think, one of the Germans fell twice.
Yeah.
So, would you rather ski in the first day conditions or these day conditions?
Oh, that's really hard. The difference is, the first day, the snow was still reasonably fast,
Mhm.
but you couldn't go up hills because the more you push, the more you fall back or fall into the snow, so you didn't have a base to, push off of. So I'd say today because, the flats and turns were manageable, they weren't obviously, there was a crash, but they weren't I thought day 1 was a lot scarier to come around those corners and have to stay
Really?
in
Yeah.
balance. It was honestly, I thought it was a miracle how many people actually stayed upright because that was probably the hardest conditions I've ever cornered or gone up hills in. So, to answer your question, probably today,
Okay.
just because it's also it adds an aesthetic to have, a nice powder day, you know?
Yeah, the pictures are probably fire after
Yeah,
today. Yeah,
exactly.
for sure. Um, okay, let's look at the podium. We had Team Norway, which honestly, I kind of called this. I thought that they weren't going to do one more, and I thought that what's his name, Jens, and I'm having a brain fart.
Andreas?
Yeah, Andres. I thought he was like finishing the lap, so I was like, "Oh my God, Finland is getting the medal, the gold medal." But then I realized they had one more lap to go. So it's Norway, and then we had Finland with the silver, and then with bronze, Austria. What do you did you see this coming? Because like now we're at our third event for the guys, and it seems that like these guys like the medals or these
Yeah,
countries,
I
I guess.
mean, they definitely came into the game strong, and,
Mhm.
honestly, after the last few World Cups, I definitely saw it coming that Norway was gonna dominate. honestly, the surprise was Finland. I'm super happy for them that they were able to pull this off at the perfect time. Um,
Yeah.
they've had some great results through the season, but it hasn't been, uh, noteworthy in a sense of, like,
Podiums.
yeah, they'll be
No.
fighting for the medals, so it's really cool to see them, like, pull this out at the right time. Um,
Yeah.
yeah.
It was like so cool to see, especially because I think the Olympics is so fun to watch because the most unexpected people get onto the podium. Like Ilka and Eero have not been on the podium like at all in the World Cup season, and then they come to dominate in the Olympics, and I think that's just such a
Mhm.
cool and I bet the Finns were going crazy in the crowd. Like at least when I was there on Tuesday, like there were
Yeah.
so many Finnish people,
Yeah.
and honestly, I was really surprised by the crowds that came out to Nordic Combine. Like, I was so, so happy because the environment just looked so insane. And so, like, for you that gets to compete in those kind of crowds, like, what does that atmosphere feel like? Do you even hear anybody or are you just like super focused?
On the first lap, of, our big hill individual, like, the first lap, I was just taking it all in because it was so unreal, and then it kinda went into zone in mode of, like, kinda you kinda hear it as, like, this loud roar in the background. Um, the first lap, I was shocked because, like, even the Finns were chanting my name in Finnish. Like, everybody, it doesn't matter what nation you were from, they were chanting your name, and it was a little unreal. I honestly felt like I was drowning in, like, decibels.
Oh, wow, that's so cool. Have you like soaked it in that you're an Olympian yet? Like, is that even come in yet, or does it feel like a World Cup, or is it like so much more than that?
Honestly, like, it yes and no, like, it's kinda settled in, but at the same time, like, I'm so more just grateful about, the journey and everything. I think it's less so of like, "Wow, I'm an Olympian," and more so looking back on, like, what all has actually really gotten me here, and had
Yeah,
I've had a lot of time to reflect on that, um,
yeah.
and just seeing the crowd out there, supporting our sport, that was just unreal. I really am starting to become optimistic about Nordic Combined and
I
the
was gonna
progression for the
say,
future because it's so like, the crowd was huge, and it was special.
wow. Yeah, I actually kind of feel you because like even when I'm talking on social media about like needing views to get the women to go to 2030 as well, and just like having the sport continue, like the legacy sport, like all my videos, like everybody's like, okay, I'm watching, or even it was so reassuring to see the crowds. And actually, I have some like really cool facts here. Um, it is I think it's kind of insane or, you see the crowds, but you don't see the numbers of, like, people that are tuning in or the engagement or anything like this, but Japanese broadcaster NHK had 15 million people watching the cross country segment.
No
Like
way.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And then there was 11 million people watching the ski jumping segment, and just a fun fact, that's almost the whole population of all Nordic countries combined watching this at the same time.
Wow.
And
I just got
then
chills.
I know, right? And then social media growth has tripled on all FIS channels, and that's a growth rate of over 300%. So it's like I don't know if a lot of people know, but like the IOC wants to take our sport away, such a legacy historical sport that has been since 1924. And so I like every single reporter that asked me like what do we think about 2030? Are the women going to go or is the sport going to survive? I'm just like I don't want to be optimistic, but after seeing those crowds today and like knowing these facts, I feel like we have a really good shot. So that's like feels good at least.
Mhm. Couldn't agree more.
Yeah. Okay, so then last but not least, obviously we need to congratulate Jens Luras Oftebro because this is his fourth Olympic gold today, which ties the all-time record with Jürgen Grabach. And so that already in itself is so insane. Are you like close with Jens at all? I mean, Nicholas, obviously we train in Norway. So we train with this team more or less. But
Mhm.
what's your relationship like with him, and what do you feel about his medals?
No, it's great, and honestly, it's so almost rewarding to see, how he trains pay off 'cause, he's a different animal, and I'd say, like, it's nice to see him around and kinda learn from the best and, um, kinda peek at what he's doing. I think that's always, like, motivation and inspiration.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, super cool. It was cool to talk to you because I swear we haven't talked this whole week. Like the Olympics have been kind of insane. So, anything else you want to tell your sister or?
Thanks for being out here. I appreciate it. I know it's
Yeah.
tough for you. Well,
Yeah.
that's what I'll add.
Yeah. No, firsthand, I'm very proud of you. You've put in a lot of work. And like you said, like just looking back on what's gotten you to this point, it's a lot of like just hard training and like focusing on the right things and just like believing in the dream. So from your sister, I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Nicholas. Nikki Poo Poo. Our next two guests are the pride of Australia's freestyle squad. But first, let's take a look at the video. Hello, Abby and Airly. So happy to have you on the show. How are you guys? Or where are you tuning in from?
We're in Livigno at the moment, and yeah, we're really good. We just competed yesterday, so I think we're both a bit tired.
Yeah, that's super understandable. I've been seeing you posted on TikTok, right? Like some of the hauls of the yeah. I've been seeing your guys' videos all over my For You page. They're so much fun. Okay, so personal performances. Abby, you made the finals and then got into a top 10. And Airly, you made your first Olympic debut. How has it all felt to just like soak in Olympic atmosphere and have there been any like major highlights or some harder times or give us the tea?
Yeah, it's been such a whirlwind. We were a bit later to get to Livigno than some of our other athletes on the team. So I think we were really ready. We were in a training camp in Switzerland. I think we were really ready to come and check out the Olympic vibe, and it's both of our first Olympics, so there's lots
Wow.
of anticipation and excitement, and yeah, I think just the whole Olympic experience is definitely just a highlight in itself. So
Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't
absolutely.
expect to get this much stuff that we have as well. I mean, it's been amazing, the kit that we've gotten from Australia, and yeah, just the opportunities that have come with it. It's been phenomenal just to be in this team.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you guys train in Australia or where is your like home base?
yeah,
Yeah,
we
we have a water
train. Oh,
ramp.
sorry.
Sorry. We have a water ramp in Brisbane, which is not known for its cold weather. It's very warm up there. So we
Yeah.
train all of our jumps into a pool, like in Park City, and that's our off-season training there.
Okay. Wow, awesome. And do you guys like have a close-knit community with some of the other athletes that are like not on Team Australia? Like I was mentioning Kayla. Are you guys close with any of the other teams or is it very like tight-knit with your own team?
Yeah, like we're pretty close with all the other nations. Like Aerials is kind of small, I guess, compared to maybe some of the bigger like Nordic sports and whatnot. The field is not huge. It's definitely growing, but yeah, we all know each other and we're all friends at the end of the day. And it's kind of nice when we go overseas and we're in the tour and stuff, and we're often in like the same hotels and even just having dinner together at night. And yeah, we're all pretty big happy family. So yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that's
a cool
awesome.
community.
Yeah, I feel like yeah, I feel that with the women's sort of combined as well. Like, I mean, obviously, I don't get to see so many of the other sports other than like the own sport that I compete in, but the sportsmanship that we have in women's sort of combined is so crazy. Like, we're all just such good friends and rooting each other on. So I feel like those are always the best situations to be in and whatnot.
Yeah.
Okay, so it seems that you guys had a silver medal. Danielle Scott was yeah, wow. I actually watched this and this was so incredible. Was this did she say her fourth Olympics?
Yeah, her 4th Olympics, so she's been at it for a while, and, I
Oh,
know that the last 2 Olympic Games have been pretty heartbreaking for her. You know, she had the potential to be on the podium and didn't get there, so, she was so overwhelmed and so happy yesterday when she finally got that medal around her neck. It's been a long time coming for her,
yeah.
and, you know, all of Team Australia too were just so happy to see her on the podium as well.
Oh, wow, that's super cool. And I mean, I've heard that this Winter Olympics for Australia has been like one of the most successful. What do you guys think about that?
Yeah, it's such a special team to be a part of, and yeah, I think I just feel really proud to be Australian at the moment, and I
Yeah.
think yeah, after Cooper Woods got our first medal and first gold medal of the games, I think everyone's spirits were really lifted, and yeah, it's just been an incredible vibe, I guess, amongst the Australian athletes.
Yeah, that was super cool to watch. I also watched that and um yeah, it's like I was talking about with Nicholas. It's like the most unexpected podiums. Like if I saw right, like I follow Cooper, so I saw that he was posting something and it seems that he hadn't even like really been on the podium at all. And then like to just win gold is so insane and like so inspiring. And like you said, for other Australians watching and like at the Olympics, like you kind of want to like strive for just a little bit more. So that's really cool. Okay, so I also want to hear both of your guys' stories and like how you got into the sport because I was talking to you guys before, like I think aerials is insane. Like insane. It's you really need like the coordination, air awareness, obviously. I'm guessing you guys were probably gymnasts, maybe, but I want to hear a little bit more. So, Airly, how about you start and then we can go to that.
Yeah, you guessed it. I did gymnastics for about 10 years,
Yeah.
and I actually also did ski since I was about 10. So we do have snow in Australia, which a lot of people don't realize. And I'm from Victoria, so I'd ski in the winter with my family, but I was definitely just a bit of a hack and loved it. And yeah, and then pretty much did gymnastics till I was about 16, 17, and then was finishing up with that career and was still working actually as a coach for the club I trained at. And there was pamphlets one day for aerial skiing, and my coach knew that I skied but and also did gymnastics and pretty much was like, you should try out this sport called aerials. And I was at the point where I was in like my final year of schooling, and kind of like didn't know if I wanted to start a whole brand new sport and pretty much, go from being at, a higher end of one sport to then starting something brand new and being at the bottom. But yeah, I pretty much just put in a application and went through a process, and the rest is sort of history with it. So yeah.
What level were you in gymnastics when you quit?
I was level 9.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. When I did gymnastics, I also ended on level 9.
There you go.
Okay, and what about you?
Yeah, pretty similar story actually. Did gymnastics for about 10 years. I stopped it when I was about 15. Tried a few other sports because I felt like I wasn't done with elite sports, but eventually found my way to aerial skiing. Um, I was down at the snow, did like a little family holiday and took a trampolining class with my brother. Um, And when I was kind of flipping around on the trampoline, someone came up to me and asked me if I wanted to try aerial skiing, and I was like,
Whoa.
"This, what are you talking about?" Um, and yeah, looked into it, and I was very interested. Um, and then, yeah, when I was 18, finished school, I went away for my first ski camp with the team and then just got hooked straight away, and, yeah, it was a it's been a long journey to get here. There's been a lot of twists and turns, that's for sure, but, it's all been worth it.
Literally.
Yeah, literally, yeah.
Okay, whoa, that's so cool. I think like having your kids be in gymnastics and like start that journey, it will be so successful in any sport. Like I
Mm.
did gymnastics until I was 16. And then because my brother did Nordic Combine at a younger age, I was like, okay, like this looks cool because I had had so many injuries that I had to be done with gymnastics. And like there's no way that I would have been able to start ski jumping and like progress so well at it without the base of gymnastics because I had like the flexibility, the air awareness, air control, like just everything. So I know what you guys mean. Like when you are a gymnast, I feel like you just adapt so well to other sports. So that's really cool. And one more question, I'm really curious. I talk to a lot of aerial skiers and they say like when they go down the jump, they're always scared. Like they always feel fear. Is that true? Like when you guys go down, even if it's training or competition, like are you guys feeling like adrenaline and fear and whatnot?
I mean, for me, I'm pretty much scared every jump that I do, like,
That's what I
maybe
hear.
not the littler jumps, but the big jumps, like, I feel
Yeah.
fear every jump that I do, and I just try and put it aside and
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah, like 100%.
Okay.
Definitely that first jump every day. It doesn't matter how many times I've done that jump, like just getting the first one off. Yeah, it's just
Mm.
an adrenaline junkie sport, and
Yeah.
we once we get past that, it can ease up a little bit, but 100% you facing fear every single day, every single time you
Yeah.
jump, and
Yeah.
yeah, you've got to really learn to cope with it and deal with it, and yeah, and grow from it.
Yeah, because I feel like it's a little bit the same with ski jumping. Like it is very much an adrenaline sport, but it's like if I'm training at it for a while, like I don't feel the fear anymore, but also I do feel that ski jumping is more safe. Like you are flying and like leaning onto your skis and it's not like we're doing flips and tricks and like can land on our head. Like obviously things can go wrong in ski jumping, but on the most part I feel like it's very like consistent. So, but do you guys know the controversy of women's Nordic Mind not being in the Olympics?
Yeah, I've heard a little bit about it. It's, yeah, bit of a shame, really.
Yeah, yeah. So that's like the hot take of today. Yeah, so Nordic Mine, like I was talking with my brother, it's been around for over 100 years, but only ever accessible to men. And then when I started when I was 16, like it was this big progression of trying to get the women to the top. And like from having our first ever World Cup in 2020 to like 26, like this sport has grown in exponential amount. Like it's actually insane. It's not that you can just like kind of ski jump and kind of ski. Like you have to ski jump freaking far and then you have to ski so fast. So when the IOC made that decision in 22 to not add the women for 26, it was a big bummer. And it's like a cool story, or not cool, but like I have to go sit on the sidelines to go cheer on my brother at his Olympic debut when I can do the same thing that he does. So it's a shame, but we're putting a lot of pressure on the IOC. I do a lot of social media over this. I don't know if you guys seen any of my videos or social media, but just trying to get people to interact and engage with Nordic Mind because the IOC just didn't see the viewership from the men in Beijing, so they just didn't want to add the women, which was a little bit sad. But like I was telling you about, or telling Nicholas about the facts of how big we've reached with Nordic Combine, I think it's gonna be positive. But it's just insane that we're still excluding women in 2026. Like
Yeah,
what?
absolutely, that's
Crazy.
just crazy.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
not good.
hopefully that the viewership can really push the sport into the next games, because
Yeah.
it's just doesn't make sense to not have the women.
No. Yeah, it was a very difficult situation to be in and like
Mm,
fight for something so hard when the it's so big from the top and it's their decision at the end of the day. But hopefully they don't erase a legacy sport. So fingers crossed for that.
absolutely.
Um, but what to watch out for tomorrow? Let's take a look at the schedule really quick. Oh, something was postponed on Friday. Oh, snowfall. Is it snowing crazy where you guys are?
Yes, it has not stopped. Like it's actually only just stopped, I think. It's been snowing all day, which for aerials is not ideal at all. Too much
No.
snow is not good for our speeds, and you do not want to be hitting the jumps at a low speed. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
the ours was originally postponed as well. So we've gotten a little bit unlucky this year, but yeah, the men have had to sort of wait on the sidelines for a few more days, and hopefully we'll
shoot.
see some pretty cool tricks tomorrow from them.
Okay, fingers crossed. I think the weather's supposed to be really good tomorrow, so hopefully we can tune in. Freestyle skiing for women is going to be at 10. Then we have freestyle skiing for men at 10:30, park and pipe for men at 10:30 as well. At 1, we have freestyle skiing women, and 1:30 freestyle skiing for men, and then at 7:30 p.m. we have freestyle skiing for women. So that's tomorrow's schedule. And thank you guys so much for talking with me. I will go find you on Instagram afterwards. It was so cool to meet you guys. And just talk about aerials a little bit. It's always so fascinating to talk to other athletes that like you understand because you're an athlete as well, but like you're not in that sport at all. So thank you guys for taking the time.
Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah, of course. And Nicholas, I don't know if Nicholas is still here. Good job with all your competitions, and I guess I will see you soon.
Yeah, we can do a debrief soon.
Yeah, we got to FaceTime. You got to call me, bro.
Got it.
Okay, awesome. Thank you guys so much, and enjoy your night, and good luck to you girls. I'll be cheering you guys on.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
All right, bye bye.